Honorable admiration, all my good brothers and sisters of the feather. Hopefully, y'all can hear me loud and clear, and there's nothing funny going on. I mean, that's right, that's right. Honorable admiration, all my good brothers and sisters of the feather. Oh yeah. So we got a couple in the building. We got a couple people in the building. I've really been enjoying doing these late night builds. It's like, it's pretty refreshing for me because it's the end of the day. You wound down, and only information you're gonna retain into the subconscious is most relevant to your daily living and most important to you. So it's a real test upon your impression while doing this for other people who decide to do late night builds. Honorable admiration to all my good brothers sisters of the feather, y'all. Don't forget, wake up, 2 a.m. You see, I'm doing the 2 a.m. thing. I can actually, brag. Saying get your 2 a.m. drip up. Don't forget, it's the summer of love. Oh yeah, and keep up. Y'all keep updated, stay tuned in to Supreme Chief Holiday and DJ Cut. Man, they've been doing their thing. It's a phenomenal thing that is in the making that's going on here that's going to spread across all walks of life and many platforms with the complete Aboriginal content, intent, and amazement. Shit, man. It's amazing time that we're in and everything going on. You know, it's wild out there in the political world, wild out there in the shit, man. It's getting wild up in the YouTube world too. It's getting pretty wild, man. It's a lot of things going on. It's too many things going on, and then not enough things going on in the right direction for all the good brothers and sisters, man. Let me know if I'm coming in scratchy or anything. I'm gonna come in a little bit. Um, appreciate that. Appreciate that, my DJ up in the building. Um, sheesh, doing my thing, man, doing my thing, doing the late night thing. Um, it's gonna be very interesting today. I kind of, was not supposed to be doing these type of things that I'm gonna do right now. This is only the beginning of it. Before I take a short break, play a jam by Threads 3000, reset, make sure everything's in order, and come back and start breaking down, this very, very interesting subject tonight: Masons, Fellows, and Theologians, which is basically covering a wide variety of everything that's happened, everything that's happening, and everything that is going to happen until we have full control of, what's going on in our lives. Unfortunately, that's just what it is. To make it simple as possible, the Royal Society and the Royal Company are one and the same thing. And with the Royal Society, you have the Commonwealth of Nations. I always forget if it's 54 or 56, but the Commonwealth of Nations, that's every country that has a fiat with a face, a number, and symbols on it. Now, go on to the details of the ideology of when this was first implemented, which is really with the early Chicago boys. If anybody knows about the Chicago boys, that would be the enemy of the Aboriginal people, which we are. And that would be those who, were doing what they were doing in Chicago and going around the world, setting up certain letter organizations to get into power and flood our Aboriginal communities with the things that hurt us so much. So yeah, definitely look into the Chicago boys and look into the name Frederick Hayek. Look into Frederick Hayek and those names that you find attached to him. Look them up, and then you'll get down to the source of the ideology of a people having a fiat with the face of their leader and so on it to accept that fiat system. So the people, they get a paper and they press it with these symbols in a picture of a leader, president. Like, let's say Zimbabwe, Robert Mugabe, you get a Mugabe face on a $10 million bill. They had wild inflations beyond belief when he was printing his own fiat. So even though he's printing that, but that fiat is traded within that country for the things that they're trading with each other. But in order for them to purchase product from outside of that country, they have to go right back into the system that they're a part of, but operating just within their people. Um, but still, no matter what, you're gonna have to operate with the Commonwealth fiat system, as Malachi Z. York did when he created his cult of weirdos and doing all of his weirdo Rosicrucian drinking lodge like Knights Templar type of, we're gonna really dig into a lot of that stuff tonight. Type of thing that he had going where he printed his face on the fiat, but told the people to turn in their fiat money, American United States dollar, that good old tender, and trade it for his fiat to trade within. So, in order for you to operate with Robert Mugabe over there in Zimbabwe, you could only trade within that country, but you couldn't take the fiat outside of that country and do trade in South Africa, do trade in Malawi, do trade in uh, Burundi. I go into all the countries that are around there, Namibia. So in some countries they just, well, anyway, Commonwealth Royal Company is all those stories that you have ever heard of sea merchants, of people bringing people on ship across great oceans in history. That is the Royal Company. They control the West Indies and the East Indies. It's the Royal Company. And those of the Royal Company held the 6 titles. Man, we're not even getting started yet. Y'all in for a treat. Well, for me, this is a treat because this is a subject that I love to discuss. I've been talking about this for a good, I say since 2013, so about 9 years. I've been really digging into this, and I didn't really go public until I had a little bit of understanding. Then went through periods of finding out that, everybody was really melanated and swarthy during this period of time doing all this stuff. And then finding, it gets deep. So basically, when it comes to the Masonic thing, we already know Masonry is building, right? But Masons and Freemasons did not build all these ancient structures around the world. Masons and Freemasons are the ones who we call Slovak, really don't come into existence until after the Commonwealth was. And the theologian part, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna be how it's gonna end, and it's gonna go further into details of other information that they make you think it's all difficult, but it's very easy, it's very simple, and it's very new. It doesn't go back to some Adam Weiss up and all this nonsense that they've been feeding us, and it doesn't go back to some mystical, magical character that is melanated. And another thing, this whole Jesus Christ like situation that we do to people in history that are really non-existent characters created by fictitious idiots of the AIU. These are not real people. Again, and there's a group of people who always want to attach themselves. And you mention anybody doing anything. Like I said, the first part, anybody, like here go the people who were doing all the alchemy in history. Oh, that was our group of people. You know, and that's another thing with a lot of groups. Like I said, on every continent in the information I've ever studied, where it's the people who they're saying, oh, that's the majority of the people. They're all this. Like, oh yeah, that's really this. Oh, that's really, and it's always saying that it's really one group. It's always been a lie. Here goes. I'm gonna give y'all some good examples. The information about Australia that you get only comes from the popular people. That is a lie. All the information, I'm not even gonna talk about the tribes and all that. The video should be out tomorrow on my channel of the interview I did with Uncle Dookie back in 2015. When it comes to Central South Africa, they say everybody's Bantu. Okay, we know that's not true. And then when you look into the details, Bantu is a name that was made up by a Slav. And then you find out that the people who are there calling Bantu aren't even from Africa. They really migrated out of Europe and migrated out of somewhere else to Europe. Whole confusing situation in that for me interviewing people from over there. One said, oh, they came from the Congo and moved down to Swaziland in South Africa. The other one in Malawi says, oh no, they came from the UK and migrated to Congo and then migrated down. The stuff gets deep, and this is it from the people. I literally contact, when you go look some shit up and you see the phone number and you be like, here go the phone number for this shit. Yeah, here go all the information, and you just reading it on Google and shit. Oh, I'm not that dude. I'm calling that number. I'm trying to figure out when they open, when they close, when I can get more detailed information. Can I come take pictures of your black and whites? You got to be that way when you're dealing this information. In the West Africa, everybody and their mama's a damn Yoruba. Little sprinkles of Igbo here, there, a Khan, but everybody's Yoruba. And we know that's bull. So when it comes to America, everybody and their mama's a Cherokee. Another made-up name. When it comes to Europe, everybody descends from some Greeks or some Romans. They descended from the Greek line. And then that Greek line goes all the way back to Hercules and shit, y'all. So, like, it's in India, everybody descends from the Prabhagadu Hadi elephant Gaisha Giza people and shit. And then when you go to China, everybody came from Sinzuti. It's all across the board. Every time I have stumbled upon this information, it's always been a lie. And guess who's always involved in making the lies? The Fellows of the Royal Society. Never fails. Never, ever, ever has failed. And then when it comes to before the Fellows of the Royal Society, it's always the AIU. It's always, every single time, the AIU. Hell, one of the main people in the AIU had 10 children. One of his children created the Hindu Book of the Dead. He's a Khazars. He made the Hindu Book of the Dead. He wrote all that damn Krishna nonsense and all the Agartha and Nirvana and you go up here to Tibet and motherfuckers start floating in shit and they made all that nonsense up. They're the one when you say that's called Hindu Kush, that's because they made that shit. When they say it's called Hindu, they made that shit. When they said it's called India, they made it. When you say it's called Kush, they made that's coming off the Levi, the Goldsmith's 10 children. The other Levi created the alphabet for the ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs. Man, y'all don't understand, man. AIU Fellows of the Royal Society. And so when it comes to the Templar stuff, we already know the Templar stuff goes back to the Crusaders. So then you got the stories of all the Crusades. You got these so-called Templars popping out. And then you get all these fancy stories that the one group of people that always are trying to attach themselves to any damn thing that happened anywhere. It could be on an island in the middle of nowhere they found yesterday. They gonna say, yep, them is my people. Them is our people. Look at their hat. They got the same hat. I'm telling y'all, there's some sick shit going on, and I'm gonna deal with it. Before I take this break, like I said, there's something I usually don't do, but I'm gonna do it today. There was a brother, I don't know if it was a brother or sister, that was trolling yesterday. And I really don't catch the comments, but now I'm gonna start observing the comments as I go along. Have some good dialogue. I would bring people over, but it's like it'll just interrupt what I'm doing. So when you have this situation, right? I've explained this over and over and over again. Everything that you ever heard about the Iroquois nation before the 1930s is created by Slovak people. Everything after the 1930s is just them, the Slovak people. All of their names and all the stuff that they have given to all the stuff that you'll find in the Seneca dictionary, a lot of it is misleading. All these languages, all these Native American stuff, all the information is absolute bullshit. And I'm putting together a little funds to the side where I'm going to start challenging people. I want people to start proving this shit to me. That all these damn names of everything, all words are made up. First of all, let's get it right. I could go make up a bunch of words right now. It's not that hard. Well, for some people, it's hard. So you have United Through Life Struggle. That sounds all extra emotional. So by the name alone, I'm like, oh shit. The Iroquois Confederation was a representative democracy. And that's what I say. There's a group of people that are trying to attach themselves to any story anywhere. Motherfucker could be on a cloud somewhere, and they're gonna be like, God damn, that's my people. Them is my people. Look at his hat. You know, motherfucker in the cloud somewhere, and that's your people. Look, he got some melanin. That means he is my people-ish. Come on, man. Now, he's talking about the Iroquois Confederation being a representative democracy. Okay? There is nothing in the information of the Iroquois that says they are a representative democracy. There's no such thing as this so-called democracy, and I could get all into the Greek language being created in the 19th century that they call ancient Greek. I could expose that all again. It's not on this channel. It was on my channel they took down. But when you have stuff like this, I hope the brother comes in the chat today, because this will be a great edification lesson for him. because otherwise he'll just go through a cognitive dissonance, frustration, profanity, cussing, upset, tantrum, boohoo, mangina. Got it. Okay, so basically, you have a grand council made up of representatives from each of the tribes. You don't know that shit. The Iroquois community. So basically, we need to stop believing these Native Americans. We can't say we're not Native Americans and we're the Aboriginal people, and then when they ask us about the information here in America, and you say this shit. You got that from some Native Americans. Now, I can't even see these other ones, so I had to zoom in on this one. The Iroquois sided with the pale faces and started the Union, not on our Confederate side, Chickamauga. There's no such thing as an Iroquois. The name Iroquois is a joke. The Iroquois Confederation, other than like the real stuff that's connected to the Confederate flag and the real information that's documented that was going down in that time, which is very, very complicated information. Anybody thinking you could just, have the answer for it, I know you don't know what you're talking about, but we're going to dig into seeing who really made these things up. You're going to find out who made them up, dealing in the Encyclopedia of Secret Societies A to Z, on Masons, Fellows, and let's take this break. I'll be right back with y'all.
Stack that bitch up, Mike.
Yeah, truth can't be told, it gotta be realized. The truth can't be told, it gotta be realized. Freedom ain't free, it ain't legalized. Truth can't be told, it gotta be realized. Freedom ain't free, it ain't realized. Freedom ain't free, it ain't realized. Freedom ain't, it ain't legalized. Realize, realize. Freedom ain't free, it ain't legalized. Real eyes, realize. Freedom ain't free, it ain't legalized. Real eyes, realize. Realize. Yeah, slavery was a long time ago. How? Same motherfuckers still here right now. Colonized on our land, they ahead of us. Changed our name so much, they scared of us. Children of the sun, y'all don't compare to us. Pale-faced people, this ain't y'all area. Talking about America, pale-faced people, this ain't y'all area. Even up the playing field, bitch, I'm darn. How you a victim, bitch, you a Karen. Cognitive dissonance, you don't need sperm. You got white privilege, so you don't need sperm. Looking at my homeland, man, I can't believe her. Colonized came here, they ain't never leave her. Indians ain't die off cause we here. You ain't gotta lie, just say you won't be here. How you American but not indigenous? 400 years still ain't get rid of us. All Europeans and naturalized citizens. Made all the Indians niggas on the census. 1492 we was on the fences. Civil rights movement, we was so defensive. Black Wall Street, whites got so offended. Common law rights gave us amendments. Think I don't speak truth, that's alright. First slave 1619 was all white. 1200 wasn't no continent, all white. Europe named after a black woman, alright. Grafted, it come from us, do your research. Go within, quit listening to teachers. And the Nuki got voice coming out the speaker. Cut off trees down and made us weaker. Really they foreigner, the shit gets deeper. Whites don't know where whites come from either. I'm Aborigine, we come from the ether. Ruling over us in our land, that's evil. Being colonized right now, black people. Prisoner of the war, that's why it ain't equal. Wake up everybody, don't be no sheeple. Freedom ain't free, really freedom is illegal. And we can't get mad at this. Whites act like we can't see their advantages. Privileges real, they working in management. Low down dirty, but they calling us savages. They want you to think they above us. All white people are part-time judges. I ain't no racist, but I ain't no sucker. I ain't no African, but they my brothers. Been lied to, I got built up anger. We built everything, still waiting on the savior. Don't call yourself black, please do me that favor. Black tourmaline will protect you from a hater. Listening to your oppressors is dangerous. Gave us a Bible and stole our nation. Said we couldn't read, we didn't know the language. Kept us on paper because we didn't see the danger. American Indian, keep the religion. Skin copper color look just like a penny. Wanted our land and you called us stingy. Ain't no Democrats there to gotta pay attention. We got ancestors but the papers is missing. Kings and queens we can't remember. Remember who you are, just like Simba. Now they got a vax, we don't want that in us. George Washington is the ninth president, look it up. United States only 10 square blocks, look it up. White people really the minorities, look it up. Courtrooms don't got authorities, look it up. You want me, say stop governing me. Gave me a straw man, it's really not not me. Why you don't keep it 100 with me? Why Trayvon Killer still walk around free? Made this song for the truth, don't hate it. History was told in reverse, I've stated. We still oppressed, somebody gotta say it. I'm talking out of school, that's the reason I made it. History is his story. History is his story. History is his story. History is his story. It ain't my story. History is his story. Probably ain't your story. History is his story. It's his story.
All right. I'm back, y'all. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Hopefully, I'm loud and clear. All right. I had to go get my notes. Y'all see? I had to write down my notes. All right. Before I get it in, I'm going to show some imagery, show some things, a couple of reminders before I bust this out. Where's my book cover? Here it go. Again, if you want to know the greatness of the Aboriginal people from 1870 to 1900, as in people living during those times, documenting what's going on during those times, and then having that Peter Pecker weirdo, W.E.B. Du Bois, oh, flimsy ass, take pictures and report us to them goddamn AIU and them damn fellows. Shit. Anyway, where's it at? There we go. So, anything you read about anything going on, of anybody having financial anything, paying for anything, even on our side saying own land, if it's been our land, it's been our land since time immemorial. But when it comes to showing a receipt or a bill of sale, of purchase, and you name it, and all that, it gets complicated. So I don't go into the details of it. All I know is what has always been going on in many forms of agrarian trade has been it's been an ongoing thing in the way that we live and exist. So okay, let me turn this fan off. Hopefully I'm loud and clear. Drink some water before I do this. Okay, and again, I don't mean any like I said, I don't it's not personal, but it's a learning experience for everybody. So when somebody speaks on something about Native Americans' history, that's not our history. It's not our story, and we didn't write that. So, most of the time when I'm talking about uh, something that is dealing with any so-called tribe, it's only going to be dealing with language. I never deal with the history of any tribe, anywhere, anytime, ever. I just don't do that. I don't deal with time and dating of anything really past 1860. If anybody wants to talk about 1850 or any of that stuff, cool. But I'm going to go over why I don't. And I'm going to make sure that it's completely understood now. Again, if I'm not loud and clear, y'all let me know. Okay, so when we had all this going on from 1870 to 1900, that means that we were everything. Just like you see on TV today, and all these companies that are running everything, and we got inflation of sales going up, and the people on top, the 1%. Okay, in the 19th century, we were the 1%. Okay, we were the ones that had all the control, but we didn't have a Federal Reserve. All right. Okay, I don't need to go more details. That kind of gives hints to the other stuff about purchasing and showing proof of having land ownership, or any of these documentations of a political theater or a government theater. A lot of the information about that is also very, very suspect. So far, my documents that I have looked at and the stuff that I'm assessing, there's no such thing as a United States before the 1890s. So if you show me something before the 1890s and it has that United States stamp, seal, fringed up ass bundle of axes or whatever, I'm letting you know now, with me personally, I don't accept it. It's null and void. Null and void. It's empirical data or nothing. And if people want to deal with the fact, oh, these two words, empirical, and oh, the word data, if you want to go about it in a lawyer, in a legal term or legal phrase and law and all that, I'm gonna let you know that the law that we have today is not ancient. The law that we have today is not ancient. Say it one more time. The law that we have today, this legal system, the stuff that people want to abide by and go by, is not old. Ugh, okay. All right. All right. So Masons, fellows, and theologians, it's something I've been wanting to bust open to the white meat for a while. I have done bits and pieces of these three, and now I feel like basically I can get into this and explain it to where a lot of people can understand. So first, when I looked into these things, I was looking at it like, that's the pale face. If you say what these people said, you are following pale face. And then I found out that, oh nah, they're melanated and swarthy. And then I found out, oh nah, the people didn't exist. That's just another Jesus Christ situation going on here. You know what I'm saying? It's an Abdul Haq situation. Some Yeshua bin Panduda, some duty shit going on here. So basically, they'll say in 1634, many years before 1860, in 1634, you had Anthony Alexander, Lord William Alexander, Sir Alexander Strachan, wow, the three Alexanders, and Sir Robert Moray. In 1640, coming together with a person by the name of Elias Ashmo in 1646. Okay? Okay. Then, going into the founding fathers, y'all, this is the Masons becoming the fellows. Comte Bernaville, France, another operated at Nijmegen, Netherlands, Order of the Happy, Order of the Woodcutters. So this is 1634, Anthony Alexander, Lord William Alexander, Sir Alexander Strachan. 1640, Sir Robert Moray. 1646, Elias Ashmo, coming together, becoming the founding fathers of all the information and knowledge we have today. This is why I'm reading it. So anything y'all want to believe and talk about in the past, here you go. I'm giving it to you. The founding fathers. So they did this at Comte de Bernaville, France. Another operated at Nijmegen, Netherlands, and that's in 1774. And that's when they create the Order of the Happy and the Order of the Woodcutters. How many woodchucks could a woodchuck? Nah, I'm just playing with y'all. Okay, so that's when the first degrees of apprentice, who wear the white apron and gloves, the second companion, and then the Garden of Eden. So here you have the Mason Fellows and Theologians all at one time, all being created at the same time, y'all. But watch this. Third, Mistress Tower of Babel, Ladder of Jacob, bondage in Egypt. So basically, this is some biblical stuff, but they're trying to tell us that they're scientists, the alchemists, engineers, and technicians of the times, the geographers, you got what's the dude's name? Albert Einstein was a fellow of the Royal Society. Thomas Young was a fellow of the Royal Society. Hell, Stephen Hawking was a fellow of the Royal Society. So you get an idea of the type of minds. And you know Charles Darwin and his two teachers that taught him that nonsense were all fellows of the Royal Society. So these people are putting together these stories happening in the 17th and 18th century. Who wrote these stories down? We're going to see. So they say in 1738, the Order of the Mopses. Again, let me read the orders. Let me spell the orders. The word happy, Happy, that's Order of the Happy. Order of the Woodcutters, Woodcutters, right? Going into their degrees, which is only 3. Talk about 33, 32 bullshit later. Then you go into the Order of Mopses, Mopses, in Order of the Eastern Star. So they're telling us, this is what they really want to tell us, that the paleface did this. This is all palefaces doing this from 1634 to 1738. Order of the Eastern Star, you already know a lot of our sisters are a part of that Eastern Star madness. Okay, cool. But get this. Out of nowhere, in 1780, the so-called African Union Society is created. Watch when I get to the point. Watch when I get to this shit, y'all. Tens of thousands of Liberia African Lodge number 459 of Boston Prince Hall lodges, middle class in every state during the Civil War. So now they're saying this started in 1780, but then when it comes to the information about it, it's talking about the Civil War. So we can say that the so-called African Lodge supposedly started in 1780, but we only have the information during the Civil War of there even being a lodge. And when you get to the details of it, it's not called the African Lodge. Watch. In 1843, the Philomathean Institute, Independent Order of Oddfellows, West Indies, Eastern Canada, Protestant churches. Okay, in 1830, Maryland, Virginia, New York, and Pennsylvania. Again, this is a reminder that these are the Mason Fellows and Theologians. They try and say between 1734 to 1738 that there's all these kind of orders being created, and they're trying to say they're all pale face, and I was finding out that they're all real melanated, and then I found out that they didn't exist. So I'm just saving everybody a long story. Long story short, that when people are attaching themselves or saying that we are these certain people, oh shit, it didn't cut off on me. Hold on, y'all. Take a short break. hopefully I'm not too loud. Okay, yeah, I'm heard. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. So okay. Let me stay on track. My time is short, very short. I definitely need to get to bed. So basically, 1634 to 1738, trying to make it seem like it's all paleface doing these things. Then out of nowhere, the African Union Society pops up. Y'all type these things in, look it up. Look up African Union Society. Look up the African Lodge. Look this stuff up and see if you can find any sources for it. Okay, then 1843, we have all these things going on. Independent Order of the Odd Fellows. 1830, Maryland, Virginia, New York, and Pennsylvania. So basically, what I'm trying to shed some light on is you have this period of time that can't be proven. Then you have a period of time that is 1830. And they're saying basically from 1780 to 1830, really, it's the melanated people of America. But they're slapping this name African Lodge on it. All right, so everybody get a clear perspective where I'm coming from. Because in 1870, you get Klan's power broken by federal troops, which supposedly the birth of Jim Crow south of the Mason-Dixie line, forced to evolve their own businesses, banks, churches, and colleges. So again, I remind you, you see there that what we had going on from 1870 to 1900, and it's saying that the Klan's power was broken. Okay, all right. That we had businesses, we had banks, we had churches, and we had colleges. Then you get the brothers who are the Elks in Cincinnati, in Ohio, in 1898. So usually I've been sharing that the Slav story really doesn't start till after 1880 and 1890. They come over here in large numbers and they're still being brought over here into World War II. And shit, you just had a whole group of Ukraine come over here in great numbers. Those are Slavs as well. So obviously the Slavs are still coming. Okay. All right. Got it. So, okay. We see that Klan situation going on. And then you have the Elks in Cincinnati, Ohio, in 1898. And I know some Elk Lodge brothers. B.F. Howard and Arthur Riggs. Let me make sure that's Arthur, because I think that might be a. Yep, Arthur J. Riggs. So it's good to look into and see what they were doing and see the people attached to them and their story to get a clear understanding what was going on, because it was an overwhelming amount of Slavs coming in that time. So we had to get together and and create something to deal with the overwhelming Slavs and these motherfuckers creating this damn Klan crap. 1880 to 1910, the Golden Age Grand United Order of True Reformers. That's Reverend W. W. Brown, 1881, Richmond, Virginia, 100 members to 70,000, with 2 million went bankrupt in 1908 until the Great Depression in 1930s. You have Edward Nelson Palmer. A trip through the South will show hundreds of tumbled down buildings which once served as a meeting place for Negro Lodge, 1944. And you can look that up on page 211 of the book that was written by Edward Nelson Palmer. Y'all get that book, check that information out. Remember, this is the relevance to what we had going on from 1870 to 1900 and the things that we were doing, and then how they try and attach the pale faces, and then you find out it was really us, and it didn't happen between 1634 and 1738. and the stuff, the so-called African Union, when it's really that it's the African Lodge, but the real name is Negro Lodge, right? And the people that allowed that to happen, of course, they came into existence when everything fell apart and everything went bankrupt in 1908, because that's when the Pan-Hellenic fraternal orders were being put. That's the birth of Alpha Phi Alpha. These are the ones who were siding with the Slavs, and that's when you get the complete sellout, leading from 1930s, 1944 into 1950s, the servicemen in World War II, the NAACP, and the NOI. I'm only halfway done, y'all, but this is gonna go very quick. So basically, the credit they tried to take the credit away from our people, what we were doing from 1870, and everything before that it's nothing. There's no real uh empirical data. You know, there's no substantial evidence to support this Mason Fellows and Theologians from 1634 to 1738, and then from 1780 to 1843 and into 1830, what they're subjecting us to, being slaves at this time, to the ones who are descendants and those who are part of what supposedly Anthony Alexander, Lord William Alexander, Sir Alexander Strachan, Sir Robert Moray, Elias Ashmole put together. All right. And again, they're trying to say, oh, they created these so-called degrees. The first degree is apprentice. You get a white apron and a white glove. Man, you know damn well that sound like some bull. In the 1770s, right? We got the damn tsunamis and earthquakes going on all over the place. Y'all wearing some white gloves and some white aprons, huh? Second is companion. Companion of what? Garden of Eden? What? Third, mistress, Tower of Babel, ladder of Jacob, and bondage in Egypt. So basically, they made this nonsense up in the late 19th century when they started creating that nonsense called the Klan. Look into the Klan and why they try and put dragons and all kind of stuff into their stuff and in all their orders. You know what I'm saying? Look into it. I will be going over that too. Every Wednesday. So it gets into, so this is the thing that's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, the big break. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be the fella that broke the camel back while the camel going through the eye of a needle in a haystack. So basically, hopefully I'm loud and clear. Everybody can hear me. Y'all let me know if anything is crunchy or sounding weird, out of whack. Cause I'm not seeing anything in the chat. Okay. All right. So then, insult to injury. They create the White Lotus Society. Ain't that about a bitch? The White Lotus Society. Real origin of Slav knowledge, y'all. Watch this shit I'm about to read to y'all. I'm gonna go through it, post comments. Let me know what y'all feel about this. If y'all know something about this information that I'm about to read, think in mind of the dates I said before, matching up with what I'm about to read here, and then tell me which groups out of all, if you have these different groups, we have the Aborigines. All right, I can't see shit. Hold on, y'all. Starting to freeze up on.
so what's happening? Government and all y'all crossed the line, so what's happening? My ancestors wouldn't like you crossed the line, so what's happening? We original, y'all GMO, y'all lying. I do this for my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche. I do this for my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche. I do this for my Nietzsche. Should've left me where I was, cause I ain't never scared. Took that little ice off my neck for this arrowhead. My nation, my Nietzsche, someone thorough said. Real Americans, still pure blood, we thoroughbred. I'm like, let my people go and just take me instead. When it's red or blue pill, I'm only choosing red. I'ma always choose my people, you can keep that bread. Our government owe $1 trillion, you can keep that bread. If it's one thing Jim Crow is showing me, I don't want no white folks ruling over me. I don't want no politicians ruling over me. I don't want no po-po ruling over me. Only somebody just like me gon' treat me like me. I'm Iron Cherokee, the Chief and Dr. G.L.E. I'm still a G like EST. You might not be as G as me. You think you free, but you need remedy to be as free as me. I'm from the hood, I'm still waking up my people. They got us good, they still hating on my people. When it comes to fashion, the whole world wanna be like us. When it comes to music, the whole world wanna be like us. When it comes to dancing, the whole world wanna be like us. Foreigners are doing everything, trying to weaken us. Sports, y'all can't fuck with us. Rhythm, know we killing y'all. Anything involve a ball. Mentally, we figured out the cosmos. After all, inventing shit, we smashing y'all. It's time to take through asking y'all. Rights by blood after all. Vatican and the Smithsonian got all our shit. Artifacts and relics still keeping us away from it. When they say that was a long time ago, that's racist shit. Y'all holy land keep stolen shit. We don't need y'all holding it. Reverse engineering our technology, controlling it. Gave it everything you got, but you can't put no soul in it. I ain't go see the new Matrix cause I'm living it. Everything is not what it seems, but I'm killing it. Can you afford to pay attention who you living with? Now they trying to mandatory vax, but is you getting it? Fall back off my Nietzsche, I'm peeping y'all tactics. This ain't no Earth war, this here is galactics. Goddesses and gods warming up like practice. We gon' put arrows on your chest like patches. Mongoloids can't style like us, them fake natives ain't wild like us. They ain't got a soul, destiny as a child like us. Nobody power like us, nobody peace pipe like us. Boxing, y'all can't fight like us, nobody lost they white like us. Wake 'em up, I'm in the way. Say too much, I'm in the way. They tryna kill us anyway, so listen what I'm finna say. Everybody, our kids, we raised y'all anyway. What that sense is finna say, everybody ain't here to stay. Is you with us or against us, ain't no in between. I'm a non-ether being, not a human being. I'm fucking 1492, but all my allies what it do. Renegade got clipped for days, be careful, I advise you to. Enemy of my tribe, but opera mine, so what's happening? Government and all y'all crossed the line, so what's happening? My ancestors wouldn't like you crossed the line, so what's happening? We original, y'all GMO, y'all lying. I do this for my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche. I do this for my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche. I do this for my Nietzsche. what's happening? My ancestors wouldn't like you cross the line, so what's happening? We original, y'all GMO, y'all lying. I do this for my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche. I do this for my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche. I do this for my Nietzsche. Should've left me where I was, cause I ain't never scared. Took that little ice off my neck for this arrowhead. My nation, my Nietzsche, someone thorough said. Real American, still pure blood, we thoroughbred. I'm like, let my people go and just take me instead. When it's red or blue pill, I'm only choosing red. I'ma always choose my people, you can keep that bread. Our government owe $1 trillion, you can keep that bread. If it's one thing Jim Crow is showing me, I don't want no white folks ruling over me. I don't want no politicians ruling over me. I don't want no po-po ruling over me. Only somebody just like me gon' treat me like me. I'm Iron Cherokee, the Chief and Dr. GLE. I'm still a G like EST. Might not be as G as me. Think you free, but you need remedy to be as free as me. I'm from the hood, I'm still waking up my people. They got us good, they still hating on my people. When it comes to fashion, the whole world wanna be like us. When it comes to music, the whole world wanna be like us. When it comes to dancing, the whole world wanna be like us. Foreigners are doing everything, trying to weaken us. Sports, y'all can't fuck with us. Rhythm, know we killing y'all. Anything involve a ball. Mentally, we figured out the cosmos. After all inventing shit, we smashing y'all. It's time to take through asking y'all. Rights by blood after all. Vatican and the Smithsonian got all our shit. Artifacts and relics still keeping us away from it. When they say it was a long time ago, that's racist shit. Y'all holy land keep stolen shit. We don't need y'all holding it. Reverse engineering our technology, controlling it. Gave it everything you got, but you can't put no soul in it. I ain't go see the new Matrix cause I'm living it. Everything is not what it seems, but I'm killing it. Can you afford to pay attention who you living with? Now they trying to mandatory vax, but is you getting it? Fall back off my Nietzsche, I'm peeping y'all tactics. This ain't no earth war, this is galactics. Goddesses and gods warming up like practice. We gon' put arrows on your chest like patches. Mongoloids can't style like us, them fake natives ain't wild like us. They ain't got a soul, destiny as a child like us. Nobody power like us, nobody peace pipe like us. Boxing, y'all can't fight like us, nobody lost they white like us. Wake 'em up, I'm in the way. Say too much, I'm in the way. They tryna kill us anyway, so listen what I'm finna say. Everybody, our kids, we raised y'all anyway. What that sense is finna say, everybody ain't here to stay. Is you with us or against us, ain't no in between. I'm a non-ether being, not a human being. Yeah, fucking 1492, but all my allies what it do. Renegade got clipped for days, be careful, I advise you to. Yeah, my tribe of opera mind, so what's happening? Government and all y'all cross the line, so what's happening? My ancestors wouldn't like you cross the line, so what's happening? We original, y'all GMO, y'all lying. I do this for my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche. I do this for my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche, my Nietzsche. I do this for my Nietzsche.
All right, Mike. Check 1, 2, 1.
No time. Low tie.
Yeah,
AKA Pootie Tang.
you said put what?
Nah, yeah, I was coming on to shut it down and I heard the music when I came in. What's up, man?
Cool.
You good?
Oh, nut man, putting out these fictional history characters, and showing that it was really stuff that was going on in 1870, 1900. My time has runneth over. Them booting me out. That's pretty much it, man. Pretty much it. Showing how they tried to call it the African lives when it was really called the Negro lives.
Why is that important?
It's important to the Masons Fellows and Theologian part about the ideologies that a lot of us are believing in, such as financial situation, the political parties, the political party situation to try to put his ass that we were down with Democrats. and the situation with the Civil War, uh, and connected to this image right here. There it is. That we had a system set up, and the way that we trade is we can't find evidence of, according to what they're saying, that we were trading, and the whole bankruptcy and the system falling apart happens after 1900 when W.E.B. Du Bois reports back what's going on. In fact, this is W.E.B. Du Bois' report. So basically showing how they fabricated to usurp the things that we created, invented, the chemistry, the inventions, and all that stuff in the 19th century and leading to the 20th century. And then 8 years after W.E.B. Du Bois reports back, our system fell apart. They said we went bankrupt in 1908, and it led to the Great Depression. The other part I was going to go into connected to that, I didn't even get a chance to. Everything was shutting down. The key, most important part is for us not to waste our time trying to attach ourselves to these fictional characters, and these things that are really just philosophies of distraction. It's going to detour us away from what we had established during this time, 1900, 20,020 businessmen, and the so on, different, categories of stuff that we were doing. And instead try and point us to some philosophical, biblical, uh, doing some silly degrees that the Masons do today, instead of the great building and the great stuff that we were doing. That's right there. Kind of spoils if I start saying the other part. I was going to save that. So basically, I'm going into the destruction and all the ideologies that are a part of the destructions and the philosophies that are attached to it, the historical characters that people trying to attach ourselves to and try and say we are in history. Trying to think of the other part. Oh, the locations. Stuff we read in history about what we did in 1830s in Maryland, Virginia, New York, and Pennsylvania. Was gonna start digging into that as well, but of course not tonight. So just kind of digging into not kind of digging into the history, but digging into what we had going, was documented by the trader that we had going, and what they stopped, and to put ourselves in position to get back to that status. Time to get back to that social status where we make it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my shoes to have Nike on it. I wanted to have Niji on it. You know, we were making the shoes, the watches. I mean, they go to the list right there of all the things we're doing. I got cats and opossums out here together. That's pretty much it.
So, you know, you say 1830s, right? Shout out to DJ ZPE, man.
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance to look into that George Washington guy. Because I had heard before that Washington was named after George Washington, right? But yesterday, last night, ZPE dropped some information about a George Washington. Was it Francis? I think he said Francis. I seen Gillespie. You know, are you from? And he was a Negro, right? He was born in 1817. Now, Washington State was, if I'm not mistaken, I want to get the correct date. Because GP, you in the chat room? In the chat room. Can we get the correct date of when Washington State became a state? Because what they'll do is they'll be like, you're talking about fictional characters, right? They say, well, it was named after George Washington, this character, right? From what would be the 18th century. Am I correct? You there, bro? Low tie. Is it me or you? Mic check, mic check. You guys hear me? Anyway. What? Wow. You're just in a bad area, bro. November 11th, 1899. Right? So state of Washington. So of course, the fictional, the character George Washington, air quote, the first president of the United States, right, of America. Well, that's just not all the way quite true because it wasn't the United States of America. See, once again, it's just a lot of revisions and things that they have created, conflated people and all these other things, right? Point being is, right, that they'll tell us, they'll base a whole narrative, right, behind a whole fictional character, like Christopher Columbus. His mama didn't name him Christopher Columbus. Daddy didn't name him Christopher Columbus or Christopher Cologne. Nothing. In fact, I don't have a mom and daddy because it didn't exist, right? These are fictional characters. But based off of these fictional characters, right, they have created a whole oppression system, a caste system, a color caste system. All this ties in, everything that Lotus is saying, it all ties into today. We talk about history all the time, but we're doomed to repeat the same shit that we've done in the past. I'm almost at the point where they rewrote the past to control the present and the future. You know, how's that work? Well, if I told you that I did all these things to you, right? And it's like, and I reinforced that with words and systems, right? Systematic systems that you perpetuate because you believe the story that I told about you. That I did this to you. I beat you up, I raped you, murdered you, I drug you from a place, did all this other shit to you. You believe it and internalize it. Lowe's, you back? That's interesting, GP. That's really interesting. Shout out to Reginald Jones. F in the building. Peace to the guys, man. Shout out to the guys. Lotus is having some issues, man. So just coming in and checking out. Mo in the building. Say, I don't know if that's me and Lotus. Shout out to Mo. Abe in the building. chiefholiday@gmail.com. What you got here? I see Sister Soul. Shout out to Sister Soul in the building. Sister Soul, we're gonna have to do a build. Anthony L. Pickens Jr. in the building. Peace of the God. Nova the Star. Shay Pink 40. Karima Shabazz, The Real Mother Nature. Sagittarius Jones, Juice. Say peace to the guys, man. Thank you guys for tapping in. Still a goat. Low tie around here. Lowe's, you still going, huh? Terrible. There you go, y'all. It says device is not connected. Hey, man, you guys like, share, subscribe this anyway? Get something out this, I'm sure. Unless I fall asleep. We might try it again. Folks. But I didn't catch everything those I'm saying. You guys got any questions? You guys be careful out there, man. Real talk. Be careful. Don't make no unnecessary movement, man. Be careful. Trying to hack your account. That's crazy. Low tie.
All right. Trying to get back in this thing. Damn.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. I don't know what's going on, man. I'm just trying to hack my shit. All kind of weird stuff going on right now. I don't know if you continue to rap on when I was trying to get back in, but yeah, the information about like Washington. You can hear me?
Hey, so yeah, so if I'm not mistaken, dude was dead, right? GPE by 1894 because if he was born in 1817. So what we're saying is it's impossible for somebody to find something if they're dead. You understand what I'm saying, ZPE? Not just saying off of their numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Off of their numbers. I know that Washington State's like one of the last states to be joined into the Union, and that's damn near 1900s. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, shout out to Sun Baby. With that being said, though, right? I'm just saying though, like, if this dude, George Washington Francis or Gillespie, whatever, right, was gone, who founded Washington State? If he was not here in 1890, was it say 1894 right now? Let me make sure. 1894, was it 1894? What's he say? Make sure I got the right date. 1889. Okay, 89. So was this dude gone, or was he his old ass man? ZP, was he gone by then, or was he still living? I need to know, ZP. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. You understand what I'm saying? That sometimes we doing research, some of the most basic stuff gets overlooked. People be looking for all this other shit. Just
true.
like, look, when y'all talk about Anthony Johnson, for instance, right? He would have been called Anthony. They don't know nothing about that language like that in that time period. See what I'm saying? So what was his name? They'd be like, it was Antonio. They don't know nothing about Antonio either in 18th and 1600s. They'd be like, what are you talking about, Chief? What are you talking about? See what I'm saying? You have to know what you're talking about when things were created. So if they're writing and talking about something that happened 200 years, 300 years before it's happened, or even was invented, right? Like Anthony Johnson supposedly had sued a brother, right, in court like 11 years supposedly after he was dead. That doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? His name wasn't Anthony Johnson. That doesn't make any sense. Those don't ring red flags. Like, they don't ring bells and whistles start blowing in like, hey, this is happening. Stop it. Don't do it no more. Right? Don't keep saying it. Hey, 3/5 of human. Next nigga out here say that, I'm going to spit up. Like, what the fuck is you talking about? The Constitution says that we are 3/5 of the human being. Do you know how stupid that is? Lowe's, real talk, bro. Do y'all understand how dumb that is? The shit that comes out of people who have degrees mouth when they know good and goddamn well they've studied the 3/5 compromise, but still turn around and tell you some shit like the 3/5 human clause. And could do a whole lecture on it, how we are 3/5 human beings. Black power. You know what I'm saying? Shit's stupid. White power. Like, what the fuck? You might as well say, you can flip a coin and say either one. It's both to your detriment, to your losery. White runts, huh? You already know. That's exactly what we on over here. Sheesh. Low tie, you having problems still?
Oh, come on.
Son, baby, run it.
Toolby.
Little runt. I got them pink and pale runts over here. You hear me? But, hey, so Lotus getting it together, y'all. Lotus.
Yeah.
I sent you some new music. Yeah, I sent you some new music. Check email.
Yeah, I definitely need to get it on, man. I still got threads shit from like 2 years ago on there, and I'm trying to upload something.
No, that's dope. Yeah, you need to maybe get it. We got a lot of music, man. I send you a bunch of it, man. Shit crazy. Crazy. Yeah, man, if y'all ain't hip to CSG Payne, man, just type his name in. Just get hip to his music, bro. It's just stupid. You know what I'm saying? Just soulful and painful. You know what I mean? CT Finesse, just
I need him in that
passion.
video form.
Say what?
Check.
Yeah, I hear you.
Do I got like some lag?
Nope.
Man, my shit is messing up bad. Okay, cool. Yeah, I need some good music to play, man.
Shout out to somebody. Hey, Jay, had your stomach hurt. Shout out to somebody, man. Appreciate that on the buildings, brother. They say got your stomach hurt over there. Sheesh. Hey, bro, I ain't one of the type to put nothing out or like I tap out. Nigga,
so
I'm tapping out.
Next Wednesday.
Are you breaking up on me?
That's
Can you
probably
hear
me.
me? Wow. What'd you say about next
Definitely.
Wednesday? What'd you say about next Wednesday?
Next
Yeah.
Wednesday, um, that I would read, saying our ancestors, our people, supposedly connected to being a part of like making
You say
these
Macon?
names and these stories attached to them. Like stuff like I was reading a brother talking about the Iroquois and really happened, and all these pilgrims coming over here, and not said Thanksgiving, like Thanksgiving really happened. Shit. Come back in again, man.
Wow. Legend of Naga Charlie. Yeah, son, baby. That's what them runs to do to you, man. How you stuck? Low time. Yeah. You. Um, I was just digging into. I want to get out the subject. Take what I'm gonna do though. I'm gonna drop this before we get up out of here. Maybe.
All right, hopefully I'm in. Good. Can you hear me?
Lotus, you good?
Perfect.
No.
Whew. Man, I got to go out and come back in like 10 times already.
Hey.
I want to get down to the bottom of these names. Like the name Washington. Like, we have to find out when they changed it from Washita to Washington.
What? But
They got
but
George.
they even get into that. But when you get into the Washita or the Shita, you know what I'm saying. A lot of that stuff is a Choctaw dialect, which is Cherokee, which a little bit more getting into linguistics and stuff. How,
Yeah, it gets
like when we
complicated
broke
enough for
down,
that.
like that information on the Cherokee stuff. Remember I sent you? You know what I'm talking about? Like the original air quote Cherokee script or the original Anyawea. It's not Anyawea either. I know it's like, damn, like you learn one thing, you be proud of that, but it's levels to this. Our ancestors didn't call themselves shit. None of these words that these people have made up that describes us. That really says the first thing. The first people are dark people or colored people or brown people. These are the
Hell yeah.
terms of these people. Sioux, dark. What are we doing? Oklahoma, ruddy people, brown people. That's what Oklahoma means. Indian, dark. Like, so when we saying certain terms, we gotta put everything in context. Well, you guys are doing etymological fallacies. You're being agents. You know what I'm saying? Like, shut the hell up. Like, if we're talking about history, right? Why does it matter when we were saying Negro and then the Negro has been changed to African? Because Negro doesn't take you away from this land. Africa does. Africa is
Yep.
in Africa, right? And these things were not changed. I'm saying this again. They were not changed into the 1990s after they had started to introduce, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about the counterintelligence operation, whatever,
Sure don't.
COINTELPRO, the the black program. These are real things. The Ghetto Informant program. These are real programs that are funded that are targeting people, and they just run up a Rick Ross spot just for withholding chicken taxes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Not paying. They're talking about you made people pay for their uniforms. Really? Just send them a letter and find them. Don't send the goon squads and the shit. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, we got to start putting stuff in context. You know what I'm saying? So, what?
Personally, no, man.
Huh? Go ahead. You broke up again. You got it.
Oh no. I didn't say that. And my thing just keeps going in and out. So I try and go to the right spot. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's literally what I'm getting down to, because the information I'm trying to extract out of this book is, who of our people were a part of this renaming stuff. When my grandfather built the first Negro funeral home, or the first Aboriginal funeral home in Indiana, that was the name in the 1930s. But in the 1990s, his was his cousin, the one who took over. Yeah, his cousin took over, and oh no, my bad. I'm tripping. Bill is bro. He takes over the funeral home, and in the 1990s, he put it in a newspaper as African American Funeral Home. So I personally know about that changing. It said first Negro funeral home on Seneca Street in Indiana the whole time. Then in the 1990s, he changes it to African American Funeral Home.
Well, even in New York, you have the Negro burial grounds, right? Now, what was interesting, one of the summer jam screens I did was the NBA crew and Rob Bourne and MBK and True Story and AKA Danny the Colonized one, right? And these fools was talking about the African burial grounds, right? And they pulled up a map, and it literally says on this map, Negro burial grounds, right? But it was interesting. I had seen we played the video of Professor James Smalls saying that he was at the ceremony in 1992 when they changed it from Negro to African burial grounds.
Right. Probably one of the people that made sure they did it.
Just like Africa Towns, like 1992 in Alabama.
Right. I remember when we stumbled on that. 1992.
So, 92, you guys. Why is it 92? Oh, this is when they started to push Africa through the school system to African American studies. It was all a part of a plan. So in 2022, you still saying somebody around here calling themselves African American. They're either stupid or they're wired for sound. They're working with these folks. It's really no in between at this point.
Right. Yeah, because it's beyond the point now. Beyond the point. Memo's old, getting dusty. Yeah, but hey, even with that, they tried to claim in 1780, 1790, the African Union Society. See how slick they are? So they'll go from fucking name change. They just completely made it up. They want to give all our good credit. They try and point it to somewhere else, and then try and say they're the ones who did it. That's the part that's really pissing me off, man. We should have air Nijis. You know what I'm saying? We should be pulling up in a Niji sedan. You know what I'm saying? Patterson did it.
I like them Air Nijis though. Sound
That
good.
should be dope.
Nijis.
I don't know about Niji sedan. That shit sound like it'll break down and shit.
A Niji sedan.
But that's, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
That's what we need. We had it cracking, you know? And and it's like, I wonder what you know, because all I can do is wonder, like, wow, how did our ancestors during that time really communicate with each other? What were they really about? You know? Like, shit, we were making watches. Like, we made our own bling. I mean, every time I see this list from this book of all the stuff that we had going on, and I go through this book and I see all this stuff going on, it really makes me throw all the history out. It's like, man, I can't accept it. Like, we doing everything. You can't show me pictures of them Slavs doing the shit that you'll see that's done in those pictures. In a small nation of people. Like, I literally have pictures of our people in 1900 and before 1900 in lab coats. We had our own pharmacy, you know. Like, everything that we innovated and invented, you know, we did that. So it does get complicated when it comes to the writing too, though. So it's like, wait a minute, we had to be a part of it, and that's what I'm trying to get down. But I'm gonna have to do the rest of that on next Wednesday. Man, I'm definitely about to take my butt to bed soon. But yeah, cause like, if we're not a part of them doing that with these books and these printing presses and writing all this nonsense, I really want to get down to the bottom of it. Once I get down to the bottom of it and I establish my stuff and I see what really got us hook, line, and sinker, you know what I'm saying? And maybe I can find a way to implement that in some plans and putting together. Because, you know what I'm saying, before Umar Johnson gets to school, I'm going to have my school. You know what I'm saying? I'm setting everything up already.
You said you don't already have one.
Yeah, but you know, I gotta have some change behind it. Gotta get them shiny things and some shops and start showing people, like, wow, this is how you make a screw. This is how you make a wrench, and really show a whole Aboriginal owned everything, conveyor belt of the tools and everything being assembled, put together. But, you know, right now, and this is a part of it, this is the education, the edification of history of the Aboriginal people. Digging into, like I said in the beginning too, that we got to really let these Tonto motherfuckers go, man. And some people still attaching their shit to this. Like, it's still people that'll say some shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me say it right. Some of our Aboriginal brothers, sisters of the feathers, particularly majority of the ones that call themselves American Indian, they believe in Arapaho prophecies and Hopi prophecies and, you know, all kind of silly Tonto, Cody, you know, nonsense. And we've mentioned it all before, that, you know, dancing around, roach stomping around a fire, around some teepees, when we really had these colleges. As I read, in fact, let me read this again. Like, trip on this, Chief. Look, this is what it says that we had. African Union Society, my ass. it says we had in 1870 we had businesses, banks, churches, and colleges. And I know damn well we weren't teaching none of that biblical shit in those churches. They just call them churches today. So we already had the colleges. It's about 1870. We had our own colleges. We got ran out of our colleges. Supposedly the Klan. I'm finding that it's something that happened later. And I'm you know what I'm saying, I'm putting my own neck on the line saying this, that it was after W.E.B. Du Bois and the boys leading up to them Chicago boys from 1908 to the 1930s that they really took over. You know, so when I'm really gonna dig into this stuff, man. I'm gonna really be digging into. I'm gonna pull up all the Ivy League schools and when they were built, what it really is, and got to give the details. Like, let's find the black and whites. That's our shit. Let's show and prove that's our shit. That's our colleges. But the name, who asked? Somebody's asking me to break down the Washita. I don't know too much on Washita. You know, I know she is in it, and when I hear that she in the name, that kind of gives that, for me, that implements that's going back to a real name. You know, rather it's, you know, a name people call themselves or a title, or, you know, a title that was given to us by them, but using our language. But I know that at least that's like, that has some authentic sounds from my study and research of languages here and linguistics here, which has been hell, that has some authentic sounds to it. You know, it doesn't sound like Tonto. It don't sound like Cody. It means it don't sound Siberian. It doesn't sound Sicilian. You know, it doesn't sound effeminate like them Iroquois boys up there in Canada. They sound like their mothers when they talk. Grown men sound effeminate as hell.
Let's look at it from this perspective. Well,
what's that?
We're talking about Oshita, right?
Yeah,
Washita comes from Oshita. It can be spelled with an O or a Q, but once again, that's a new script, right? So, of course, that's not what it was called. But Oshita is a Choctaw word. Once again, that's not what it's called. People, it was Shata. It's not what it was called. Okay? Do you research? You start talking about Muskegee, these different languages. These are all the same languages, just been, what did they do, Lotus? How did they divide it? By just naming different things different? So, anyway, make a long story short, right? All these things were changed.
My bad. They made pigeon forms. Yeah, they made pigeon forms and they angelicized it. They changed the way you pronounce it. That's all they really did. Washington, you know what I'm saying? Instead of being Washita, Oshita, Oshita, or Oshita, they changed it to Washington. And, you know, I found a lot of words that they done it. You know, that shit is difficult because they'll put R's and L's in places that don't belong. Change the whole word up. A word would be sounding totally different, like the word Carolina. You know, the word Carolina, there ain't no ker. The R's and the L's in that. Snailing, one of them attached to my own ancestry. Snailing. Snailing, it falls under one of those situations with Washington. You know, I haven't got all the details to it. I'm waiting for my sister to give me that. But other than that, man, I don't know. That's pretty much what they did, and they pigeoned it. They made pigeon forms. Pigeon forms.
So Washington, they say over 90-something% of people who carry that name are what they call them Black Americans, right?
That's right.
But not French Negroes, not African Negroes, not German Negroes, right? The people who carry this surname today are Black Americans, right? According to them.
That's right.
Right? Or American Negroes, American Indians. These are the same terms. Moorish American, just a descriptive term and of the person, right? And the geographical location where they at. So I would like for you Moors to stop just saying Moors is a blanket term. And I would like for you Indians to stop saying Indians. A lot of you don't. You say American Indians. So they give you, so we know it's not India over by Pakistan or whatever, right? We know exactly who we're talking about. Okay? Same thing with the Moor thing. Don't be Moor in general, because when people hear Moor, they hear Morocco.
Right. That's why you got the term Moorish American. Some people say Moorish American. Right.
Right. But people have figured out a way how to separate themselves from everybody else based off of descriptive terms of somebody else. Oh no, we Indians. No, we Moors. We Hebrews. All this. Come on, bro. Get that shit together. That don't even make sense. It's all a trap. It's all to keep us divided and keep us conquered. And we just on automatic pilot at this point. We have violence going on in our streets against each other. It needs to stop. And we need to demand it stop. How about that? And we're being used as scapegoats for all of the crime in America. Damn near. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. We are the statistical scapegoat. When they say all the people in prison, well, that because they're the criminals. Whenever it's brought up that America has the most people in prison, the first thing is the response is it's all our people in there, and we commit all the crimes. We commit 50% of the crimes, 50-60% of the crimes, and then they'll say they were a small percentage.
Well, we are targeted.
People committing 50% of the crimes.
Yeah, that's stupid. Yeah, that's just crazy to me, man. Yeah, DJ. So yeah, man, I still got to dig into your boy Washington, man. George Washington Francis. Then these people talking about surnames. Niggas had surnames. Like Christopher Columbus had a surname, but the king and queen who sent him there, he was going for to have a surname. Like, what's... Like, come on,
right?
Bro. God, this shit is stupid, man. So they had surnames in 1492. Gotcha. It's dumb.
Hey, I started out with some wild surnames, like, yeah, no. Hey, Alexander Williams. Like, what the fuck? Come on, man. That's somebody's name. That's a name in 100 years. Yeah, they'll attach anything to some prolific character that did some miraculous things.
Yeah. So, yeah. Just keeping it real. They'll tell you, oh, yeah, we know some people here 12,000 years ago. We have the evidence of them here in Florida, evidence of them here in Alabama, right? Here's evidence of these people. Why is it in dispute with who these people were? Shy Apple sent me a article today, right? And it's talking about Native Americans may have built, one of the theories is that Native Americans, the title is Native Americans built the mounds, right? The mound builders, right? So they get the term. So then they went on to say, well, that's one theory, but another theory is that the Norse may have came here and built these mounds. What's your response to that, bro?
Yeah, they dirty, man. They are.
What's your response to that, bro?
Oh man, I guess it's timing. They got the movie The Norseman coming out, and they're gonna say it's the Norse people that came over here and built some stuff, and then went back to their land where they didn't build any of that stuff.
Well, they didn't do any of this, right? Now we're talking about 1300 AD. Even then, those people would still be melanated people, y'all. So why we acting like it's the new world in 1300 AD, y'all? Like, that's so stupid. This is a stupid conversation. 1492 is new people. It's new. That's a new world. Really? What about all this ancient shit that's older than anywhere else, and all this technology that we have here? Scandinavia, y'all know how big it is, bro. I'm sorry, man. Like, for real. So we allow people to tell a fantasy story, and we believe it, and we roll with it. Really?
Man, you can fit Europe and the UK and Texas. Shit. Well, make sure I get my sizes right. Just Europe. But then that ain't too important. Yeah, they always want to attach some type of significant stuff over here in America to something else. I mean, shit. The damn Ashkenaz, man, that situation. With them doing that, with the Hebrew writing that's found, like at Back Creek, or the stuff that was found in Arizona, they'll try and stake claim to it, knowing damn well they don't know anything about those symbols. So we got symbols and artifacts that are being found, and everybody gets to attach themselves to it. But we can't. Maybe we start up really soon as something is found, everybody get on it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody get on it. Oh, they just found this and trying to say it's Norse. Flood it. Change the SEO. So when someone looks it up, it's going to pop up. Norse, man, really Aboriginal technology, or really from Aboriginal knowledge, or they're Aboriginals that went over there and they were returned back to learn. You know what I'm saying? However it is, to point things back in our direction. Because, enough is enough, man. They can't keep putting out that bull. Trying to say it's some Native Americans, and then they can't. The shit they build is crap, man. I've been looking at structures built by Native
I'm talking about, like,
recently.
Bro, I got to send you this article, bro. This shit crazy. I got to send you this article, bro. It's crazy. Just a little bit I read. It was like they was all the way up to 8,000 years BC. Talking about what? Native Americans didn't exist until 1975. The hell is you talking about? 8,000 BC, Native Americans may have built something. Wait, may have? We know who built it. The bones inside. What the fuck? What? We know who was here 10,000 years ago, you guys. Yeah, guess what else we know? We know who else was in China. We know what is called Siberia right now today. You know what else was called China right now today? What is called Japan right now today? Anywhere, Europe right now today. The people there 10,000 years ago were Negroes. How is it that y'all minds, not y'all's, people that think stupid, you're listening right now, you're stupid, that you believe that only in America people here that were here first were mixed? How does that make sense in your dumb brain when we are the majority in the Americas now. Oh, my bad. You believe that millions of us died because of encounters with pale-skinned Europeans, right?
Oh, the
And then
pale
they
skin
killed,
pox.
right? They killed us off, right? And the ones that they didn't rape and kill, right? And then they had to go to Africa, right? And steal millions of niggas from Africa and then bring them over here to work for they lazy asses. They just sat back like two birds people. Like that shit was gay as fuck, bro. And
Yeah,
not
it
that
is.
gay is like
They got
in
stupid as
homosexual gay,
hell.
like
Yeah.
just gay, like dumb gay. Like you know what I'm talking about? So no defense to this ain't even for yeah, like it's that. That's just gay. It's stupid. Like I don't can I say that? I don't understand why
Hey,
he
tip
would
on this,
say that
G.
out his face.
Hey,
That was Turtle
if I
Gang.
work in
Turtle
the
Gang
field,
said that his people, huh?
yeah, he said that shit. Yeah, he did.
That
He
nigga said
sure
his people
did.
went
If I
down to
work in the field,
Barbados and had 350 slaves, bro. What nigga would?
yeah, he said that stupid shit.
Hey,
Yeah, he said
that's
that.
one of your
Yeah,
subjects, man. He's a mestizo. He need to shut his ass
yeah,
up. Oh,
yeah, he
Gary
do.
Owens looking
He really
motherfucker.
do. He made
Fuck is he talking about? Hey, I ain't forgot about you,
he
boy.
made
Hey, I ain't
all
forgot
his
about
light
his ass. I
skinners look
promise.
bad, man.
I don't forget about none of you
Hey,
niggas that
remember?
be.
Then he said his people freedom. He said then we freedom with the Underground Railroad. Like, wait
No,
a minute, bro. You telling
nah,
me?
this nigga was like, we
He
treated him
telling me in
good
the
though.
same
No, he
paragraph.
said we treated him good
He
though.
said it in the same paragraph.
Bro, he said they treated their
He said,
slaves good.
like,
I
we
bet
treated
y'all
them good,
did.
and then we freed them with the Underground Railroad.
Pale skin. That's what I'm gonna start calling you niggas, pale skins. I promise. Hey, they don't want no smoke, y'all, because they know I know the truth, man. Like all you but they be kissing old boys' ass so much. Y'all suck. All y'all really suck. I have to actually say that in real time. Oh shit. Hey, I miss Dr. Yalpha Bay
If
tonight,
I'm
man.
working in
How's
the
that going, you
field,
guys?
I'm gonna be on swole. I'm gonna be on swole, super melanated, working in the field, and then some
What?
old flabby Slav comes up to me saying, "Hurry up, boy, pick up that shit." And I'm all buff and swole from working in these fields and shit. I'm gonna just get punked because he got a musket and a whip, and it's 15
Nah,
more
it's
of
a good
us.
one. Here's a good one.
Yeah, right.
Just go kill people, and then the ones you didn't kill, put them in your house to serve you food and be on your shit. Like that is a recipe for death. Like who would do that? Yeah, y'all got us now. All right, yeah, we're gonna wait. Really? Come on, y'all. Stop it, man. Y'all believe
We're gonna
y'all
wait 400 years.
uh shit is crazy. The hypocrisy in some of the stuff that these people say that's supposed to be woke and fighting for the people is just it's really crazy when y'all have the same talking points as them. How? How is that possible? White power.
Yep, I will say it.
Hey, your
Hey, well, I'm
boy,
about to wind
we were
down,
talking
man, and
about
shut it down.
yeah.
Oh well, shit, you gonna stay on?
So no,
Yeah, my phone about to die.
I'm about to die.
About to call it night too, man.
Oh man, yeah. They say sleep is a close cousin of death. So I'm definitely about to give me a little bit, you guys.
That is true.
Yeah, I'm just playing, yeah. It's all good. Yeah, Lotus, man. Tell California to get it together out there,
Tree
man. The
wild.
Wi-Fi. Yeah, your boy Charles and White was wilding, y'all. That nigga was wild. I'm sorry. Did you hear that earlier?
Hey, talking about Chief. Hey, Hey, look what on the screen, man. I know Turtle Gang can say that too. So he's the Olmec that enslaved the Barbados people and the Underground Railroad people all at the same time. Oh shit!
But he said he was Olmec. He never said they was Olmec, did he, bro?
Yeah.
Like he never said Olmec, bro. Turtle, you didn't.
I don't
Come
know,
on,
man.
Turtle.
That's what,
No, but you
I
know the
never heard
nigga,
him
one
say
nigga said that
Olmec.
they
That's
people was on the
Olmec.
ice for thousands of years until the corridor opened up. Like they slept on ice, but that didn't grow nothing. And food was there. Stop for thousands of years. Come
I
on,
do know
bro.
that part.
Niggas was selling, buying boats. Like, what is it? Look at them fools right there. Like, what are they doing? You know what I'm saying?
Using vanilla ice
Yeah,
being.
stop, and stop. Okay, boats. We have been circumnavigating these and navigating these seas for hundreds of thousands, if not millions of years. Respect to the check-in. That's all you gotta do. You ain't gotta talk to me. All you gotta do is just go talk to science. Go talk to the evidence that has been unveiled. Okay, that's all you gotta do. And see, if you believe their numbers, if you believe monkey people and monkey people bones, then okay, well, right? If y'all believe monkey people bones, then how is it far fetched for you to believe that humans were here millions of years ago? Why would that be far fetched? If monkey people was making fires, boats, and selling and shit millions of years ago, why is it so hard for your brain to wrap around just the obvious, right? That it was just humans that look like us and Duke Jackson. I mean, it had to be ugly niggas too. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know what I mean? So y'all gotta stop acting like that, man. Like everybody look the same. Like y'all stop it. But everybody look the same in your own damn family, the same mom and daddy. You know what I'm saying? So he said the oldest clan, Amérique, is the Lenape. So if anybody is Olmec, it's the Lenni Lenape. Shit. Y'all know I said I had something for his ass, right? I still got that cake. I got him in the crock pot. Bro, he in the crock pot. All that Lenape shit. Y'all, when y'all see who came up with that, y'all gonna be like, wow. And when they came up with it, like I'm just gonna give y'all a hint. It was like 1960s. My bad. I'm sorry. It's okay. Walk it off. Lotus, you ready? Man, y'all go to sleep, man. What the hell is y'all doing up at? What time is it on the
Oh
East
shit!
Coast? 4 something in the morning? What the hell y'all doing up?
Oh man, it's like 4 in the morning. We on that
Man,
wake up.
what the hell? Oh man, yeah. I might have to get back on Turtle Gang and Two Buzzards tomorrow. Yeah. I got like a little list, y'all. I'll be having like a little Christmas list for their ass. I'll be checking my list and scratching niggas off my list. Like, got his ass. I for real. So I'm coming to get you. It's all fun, yeah. Just having fun. Hey, so your boy Charleston White was talking shit.
Yeah,
As usual.
he loves talking shit.
Mm-hmm. It's all right.
He's a fucking idiot. I saw some of that earlier, what he was saying. Talking about having people sit on his lap and tell him why he said F who to who. Yeah, he's so damn disrespectful.
Yeah, I think at some point though, we gotta take the character and the fun and play from a nigga just on the stand today and say that he don't want to be a confidential informant. He wants to be a public informant. I thought that was the funniest shit I ever heard in my life, y'all.
Public information. The fuck? What do you want? A hall monitor
The
badge or
nigga
some
raised his
shit?
hand and was like, "Hey man, I was in court today. I got a nigga. I got one. He's popping bottles, everything, bro. Like, was shaking it up like he was just wanting a chip.
Hell nah.
White Howard him. You know what I'm saying? That nigga was happy
That's
as shit.
crazy.
Yeah, he just got a check. I can guarantee it. Think about it. He was not that happy. Who would be that, bro? Who would be that happy for that? He got a check for that, bro. I can guarantee it. Got him one. Yeah, I guarantee it. Got him one. Yep, man. Went over the grid thing, man. That shit was crazy. I don't even know what to say, man, at this point. How is it that people that's not in this community from that experience, or the board of directors, or these people that be in these influential positions over our community, and we wonder why shit don't come into the community, because the people that's running the shit and pulling those strings of the people's money aren't connected to the people or the situations. And that's why that's why this is happening. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, low tie. I'm about to get up out of here, brother.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Have to check
I'm
with
talking
you
and falling asleep at the same time. You know, that's
later
fucked
on.
up.
Yep, me too. Check with
Yeah,
you later on today. Hop in back
yeah.
chat and beat up root word or something.
Yeah, I pass on that.
Yeah, I know. You tired of it.
Who? Now, I said I was gonna do a build with him though, man. You know, get it in, man. Shout out to Sister also, man. We gotta get a build in. Just everybody, man. We just start getting it in, man. You know, come
Yeah,
on with some
I'm
popping.
looking forward to it, man. I'm about to ruffle some
Everybody do it,
feathers.
man.
I got to ruffle
Yeah.
some feathers, man. It's a lot
If
of
you ain't ruffling on, you
declassified
ain't doing nothing.
information that's not going around. It needs to start circulating.
Terrible.
I
It
heard a
is
couple
really
feelings,
terrible,
but shit needs to be put out. Shit
but it's really
needs to get
terrible.
out, man.
Well, shit, Lotus, man. Get up out of here, brother.
That's
Appreciate
right,
you.
brother, man. Most appreciation, man, for coming up in here. Really appreciate that, man.
No problem, man.
Appreciate y'all too taking y'all time to check it out. I know I went kind of fast earlier. Hopefully everything was loud and clear. But I went into the details again. I was going in on Masons, Fellows, and Theologians, showing how they tried to make a fake ass history with fake characters to try and cover up that we had control of everything, and they made some fairy tale ass stories.
Facts. Like Amerigo versus Gucci. Fake.
Yep, big. That's big
He
fake.
had a he had a surname too, huh? Terrible.
Yep.
Like it's y'all know what? Y'all suck. I'm just saying. Y'all really do. You 3/5 of monkeys run around this motherfucker.
Monkeys.
3/5 monkey people.
And according to the
They ain't
Constitution,
even a whole
everybody be
monkey.
all, we in the Constitution, the monkey part.
3/5 of us. Oh my god. Oh my god. There's whole monkeys running around here. You are 3/5 a monkey. You know what I'm saying? Like the monkey you got more. Hey. Oh my god. Oh shit.
Uncle Shark busting him.
Oh my god. Oh shit, y'all. Y'all know I'm sleepy. Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah.
talking crazy. Monkeys got more rights than 3/5 monkey people, bro. God damn. He's a whole monkey. Get him in line. He gets front of the line. He gets the first bananas. They get the fresh
Oh,
bananas. You get that's how I be though. Real talk. That's how I be.
that's them Alpha Phi Alphas.
Yeah. Terrible. Terrible, yeah.
Oh shit, man. Well,
Yeah,
we
man.
looking forward to doing it again to later on, 11 p.m. again.
Sheesh. All right, low time, man. Catch you later, man.
Peace, Chief.
All right, bro. Yeah. Peace out, American Aborigines, guys. Catch you guys tomorrow.
Oh yeah, almost forgot, y'all. Coming soon. Great migration.